If you've played any amount of MK1 online, you are no stranger to the Smoke and Sareena combo. Smoke does his high-low nonsense while Sareena enables high damage cash outs on what would otherwise be pretty low damage payoffs without meter use. Coupled with the ability to cheat neutral a bit, give players a lifetime to confirm hits, and suck away the meter that you need to break combos, this pair has Smoke players smiling and a lot of other people annoyed. But as a Smoke Sareena abuser myself, the strategy kind of falls off past those early levels of play unless you're a foundationally really strong player. Overhead low mix is at the heart of a lot of character strategies, but the game is way deeper than that. Good players can guard pretty well against Smoke's like 30 frame overhead and relatively slow strings that have a lot of exploitable gaps. What makes Smoke really good at these higher skill floors though is the Vicious Vapors cancel. Smoke can continuously cancel his strings into Vicious Vapors and then cancel the Vapors to repeat pressure on people. Of course, this isn't plus, so people can just jab out of it, or worse. So if it's not real, why is it good? Well, instead of canceling, you can just let the Vicious Vapors rip. Because people aren't reacting to the cancel flash, they're reacting to the startup. If they push a button, you catch their startup with a special attack and they get hit, taking about 150 damage and a knockdown where you get to run your knockdown pressure all over again. Once they're scared of getting hit, the hesitation lets you run pressure for free or grab them if their defense is just too good to break. Paired with the classic Sareena Kameo, this is good, because when you get the openings you can cash out for damage, but there's another skill barrier here. The even better players are going to recognize this for the classic rock paper scissors situation that it is and mostly default to the lesser evils. If the dice roll is that I either cancel into constant pressure, block, or let the special move rip, what reason does the defender really have to not jab into pressure or go straight into confirmable string? Now, once I see that, I'm looking to not cancel so that the Vicious Vapors can catch the startup frames and I get the knockdown. But this carries just as large a risk if they switch up, show patience, and block. Then I'm eating a full combo punish. Is it still a tug of war? Yeah, but it's like they've got 3 people pulling on the rope because the best and most constant payoff that I get in this specific exchange is a bit of damage and a knockdown, whereas if they guess right, it can mean 40% plus damage, and if you run that RPS 10 times in a ranked set, guess who's coming out on top? So the point of all that theoretical rambling, what does Sareena really provide to alleviate that problem? Can we get similar damage extension that Smoke desperately needs while also solving the RPS dilemma? Yes, the candidate I've been liking the most is Scorpion Kameo. Scorpion has an ambush assist with multiple distance options. If you don't know what that is, an ambush assist is the type of cameo attack that you can call at any time. So not just on the ground in neutral or canceling off of combos. These assists are super strong, and I think they're kind of what really separates the cameo characters that have them into a tier of their own. So think like Cyrax, Jax, people like that. So take a look at what Scorpion enables with this ambush assist. Off of the Vicious Vapors hit, you can confirm into a full Vapor special, call the assist, and extend into high damage even without using meter. Smoke normally has to use a ton of meter to compete with other characters' damage outputs, but the fireballs let you extend directly off of your teleport. So now we're cooking with like a real RPS situation. The other player has to recognize that this isn't a 150 damage risk that they're taking if they try to interrupt your Vapor cancel pressure. They're liable to straight up die for guessing wrong, just like you are if they guess right. So this is a dice roll that you can be more comfortable with because you're in the driver's seat. The vast majority of opponents are going to err on the side of caution and not risk interrupting your Vapor cancels with a high payoff starter. At most, you might see people trying to delay jab you to get a hit, then they take their turn. But the flip side of that is if you block it, you can jab punish and go back into your pressure. This strength alone is, I think, enough to warrant this being one of the best Smoke cameo options, but let me show you what else you get with this. The classic ninja gamble. Jump in, teleport. Why does this work at all levels? Different reasons. Weaker players just kinda don't block low, and better players will anti-air or up block jump in attacks, so your teleport will catch them off guard and hit. This means that with Smoke you can bait them to react, then EX teleport into decent damage. But Scorpion lets you hit confirm a regular teleport and get around 400, which is a little crazy. Not only that, same goes for reading a projectile. Vapor cancel is an easy way to stay on opponent's ass from full screen, and if you happen to pass through a projectile, you can opt to not cancel and combo off of the punish. But know what probably my favorite aspect of this assist is for Smoke? The Vapor Cancel is kind of fucking hard to do with perfect consistency, especially with the element of thousands of Wi-Fi warriors that you gotta play against online. With variable lag that you gotta adjust to against every opponent, you're bound to mess up your cancels every now and then. But when you mess up, you sometimes luck yourself into hits. Normally this is just a happy accident and then you pressure on the knockdown. But Scorpion turns your accident into 400 damage. This lets you compete more evenly with the Raidens and Barakas. This gives Smoke the ability to squeeze out damage while keeping resources. And why do you need those resources? Well, breakers are always good to have ready so you don't die, but the best use, going invisible. Instead of cashing out 2 or 3 bars for 450 damage with Sareena, you can create insane invisibility mix-ups on Wake Up that very few people are blocking. And even when they do block it, you can just layer something else to blow them up. And Scorpion does even more than that. He has an overhead assist, which is pretty easy to block honestly, and it's punishable, but when you show it as the 3rd or 4th layer of your mix-ups, especially when the opponent is flustered and crying about getting hit by an invisible player, trust me, they are not blocking it. Also, Scorpion Kameo has an escape option, so Smoke's armored wake up move loses to a lot of strings due to its startup frames taking so long, but opting for Scorpion's back plus Kameo move can get you out of a ton of sticky situations, you know, like an invisible opponent for example. Alright, I could talk about this forever, so let's just watch some match footage so you can see how good this combination actually is. So I hopped online real quick, right into casual matches, a little cold, and being cold trying to do smoke cancels, you can mess it up pretty easily. So first match was against a demigod level I think Kenshi player. So, you know, I catch an overhead, and this is a perfect example to start off with. I confirmed the overhead with the vapor cancel, so even if that overhead was blocked, I can just vapor cancel and go into a different pressure string. But Scorpion gives me 420 damage. They don't block the second hit of the launch. I'm not good at like corner jab combos, so I messed that up, but I confirm anyway into the Scorpion Kameo assist, and unless they break this, they're dead. And we're like 15 seconds into the match here, right? But they break it, I just see them whiffing some attacks. I'm like, I'm just gonna teleport, and if you block it, I get punished, but I'm probably still gonna win. If it hits, I win. So I just throw that dice roll. Here, this is really interesting. So I'm going to rewind that for y'all so that we can look at it again. Here's why Scorpion is so good. The average smoke player without Scorpion Kameo might confirm this into EX teleport, but doesn't get much off of it. I see them whiff after I already inputted the forward kicks, and I went to teleport. Of course they get hit, and Scorpion lets me convert into 420 damage combo off of a neutral decision I make. I see them whiff, I punish to low, they know that they're cooked right there because I'm going to go for full damage, cash out with Scorpion assist, and you can see the power. That's against a decently strong player, demigod level Kenshi. This match is against, I believe, an Elder God level player. I don't know if Johnny Cage is their main because they seemed a little bit unoptimal, but you know, still an Elder God level player, so they're good at the game. I catch an easy confirm at the start, and you saw this in the last match. Straight into a little meter spend, 1 meter, 2 Kameo calls, 450 damage. I go for the plus frames, I go low into vapor cancel, low again. That opens up a lot of people that want to up block the second part of that low to overhead string, and Scorpion cash out allows me to get another 450 right there. So that puts them in throw range for death, hence why I spent that last meter instead of conserving it. And now we're in round 2. Totally didn't mean to do that, and I was kind of flustered, so I put myself in a bad situation to get anti-air there without having a plan. And you know, Johnny Cage, Cyrax pressure, I immediately start blocking because like again, I'm cold coming in, and I was not ready to fight an Elder God level Johnny Cage just to get this footage, but I may do. I like doing that little double low string because sometimes it catches, you vapor cancel, and you're plus frame for pressure, and it's just unorthodox and people don't really know what to do after. I'm just trying to hold pressure here because I ended up in a bad way, and Johnny Cage Cyrus in the corner. He didn't have the camera anymore, but he spaced my jab so well when I was looking to jab into EX Smoke Bomb to get invisibility, try to mount a comeback. So I'm just fighting out the corner. I get the jab into Smoke Bomb. That's a little gimmick that I really like and is made really strong with the Scorpion cameo. As you can see, it's such an easy confirm when you're invisible because they're not going to be blocking things. And then I'm just going to cash out for the damage. I don't get the full combo here because I kind of the Scorpion hit a little low to the ground, so I'm whiffing some buttons here, hoping to catch him slipping. But again, Elder God level player, they may not be a Johnny Cage main, possibly, but their fundamentals are too sound, and that did not work out in my favor. I get out, and at this point, I'm like, I'm going to try to do my pressure. That's what I'm talking about. I messed up the vapor cancel and I get punished for it. He could have got a lot more damage out the punish, so I'm lucky. But here, I'm like, I'm just going to take a throw if you throw me because I don't want to get opened up and take an entire 400 damage combo. I do something really bad. You should not be doing that Vapor Bomb EX from full screen. You should be doing the EX Teleport Cancel, which also turns you invisible. But I do it and it works out. I get the mix up. The Johnny Cage player kind of blocks too much. Let's actually take a look at that one more time. So the Cage player did an anti-air. Maybe they were just unfamiliar with it. They chose to try to block the pressure. They actually do block the first overhead low, but the vapor cancel, I delay that second low because I know they're watching for the low overhead with a fuzzy guard, and they get full combo into fatal blow. Also, another reason Scorpion is mad good as a cameo assist, Smoke, unlike most other characters, can't just do their standard combo and throw their fatal blow on it at the end for like 600, 700 damage. The pretty much only way to get it is through an extended ground combo like this. And this Elder God player clearly wanted no smoke with that Scorpion Smoke combo, so I'd say that the combination is fairly strong. It definitely moves Smoke up a few places on that tier list, I think. Let me know if you disagree in the comments or if you have any other cameos that have been working out for you with Smoke. Thanks for watching. See you later. Peace.